We're going to continue with Firebase, and this is going to be part 3, and we are going to focus much on one of their authentication services, which is sign in with email, sign up with email, which is something that you can do quick and easy to authenticate user before going to the screens that maybe they need to be signed up or sign in. Okay, so we're going to see how to use sign in and sign up with email using Firebase. Okay, so that's one of the more popular feature or service that Firebase provides us. We don't have to do anything based on authentication. They handle everything. They give you tokens and all those stuff that they are necessary when you want to add more of a bit of security in your application. Okay, so so the first thing we need to enable it. Okay, so go to your Firebase project where you're connected. As you remember, we already connect this Firebase. Okay, so we need to go to authentication, and in authentication we need to go to sign in method, and we need to add this email and password enabled. Okay, so here you see there are a couple of third parties providers. Okay, so there's Google, Facebook, GitHub, and all of those stuff. So they make it very easy to you to authenticate user and give them access for all of these platforms. If you have to do it manually, you have a lot of steps that you have to do if you're going to configure this on your own server. Okay, but for Firebase it's quick and easy and few steps that you need to do. Okay, so just make sure this is enabled, and then let's go back to our project. Okay, so I've made a couple of changes just to give you some heads up. This injection container I've like extracted and add only the injections and that are needed for this feature. So there's a user injection that it only needs this. We have already done this dependency injection. Okay, so you create the function and then you add the necessary injection, and in the main injection container you call this. So when this is initialized, it will also call this function initialize, just to be more clean and all that stuff. Okay, now we are tackling authentication. Okay, so we are using clean architecture. So as you know, there's the flow is to go to features and add another feature. I have this extension which gives me a nice authentication. Okay, so this will add another folder and it will provide me with all necessary layers that are needed. Okay, in order to implement a feature that I need to implement. Okay, so the entities, repository, use cases, everything. Okay, so as usual we go to entity. So in entity, what do we need to add? We need to add a user. Okay, so we keep everything simple, and you can learn from this and add more complexity based on your need. I'm just trying to keep things very simple, but in order to avoid the video to be so long. Okay, so class user. Okay, and extend equatable. We need equatable for we're gonna need a couple of things. Let's do this quickly. Final string. Okay, there's ID. name, email, we don't need password, maybe a photo, final string photo, and then okay, thank you. Okay, and here is photo. I copy it, photo. There is no password, so okay. Okay, and this there may be now, so this and this, okay. And we can add one more. We can say static const empty go to user ID. Okay. No, don't. This is not required because it can be now. Okay, this can be now, and this can be now. Okay. Okay. So this is just a simple user object to start with. I don't want to complicate stuffs here. Okay. So now after finishing the entity, we need to go to repository and add all those necessary methods that we need in order to implement authentication. Okay, so we can call these auth repository. Okay, auth repository dot. Okay. Okay, so this is as you remember, this is going to be always an abstract class, and then we're going to pass auth repository Okay. Okay, so we are going to use a different approach here. What I want to make sure this video doesn't need to be so long. We're going to deal with all the necessary things that we need to do on the domain layer and also on the data layer, everything that is necessary, and then we will move to presentation layer and finalize everything and connect everything to the UI. Okay, so we will not go feature by feature, but we will finish domain layer and data layer, and then we'll go to presentation layer and also finalize everything. Okay, so this approach that you can only use if you're comfortable with your code and everything, but if it's something that you are starting with, make sure you go feature by feature and test everything before moving to another method. So what we need to do here, I'm going to add all those method that we're going to need in order to finalize to implement authentication with email. Okay, so here we need sign up email and password. Okay, and then we are going to call sign up email. This is not sign up and passwords in params, and then we're going to need sign in. Okay, sign in, and then we are going to need also, we need to get a current sign in user, so we're going to use stream. Okay, so this is because we're using Firebase, otherwise we may use get current user, and this it will be from identity, and then also we need to sign out. Okay, sign out or log out. Okay, so this is all the methods that we're going to implement. Okay, and then we're going to see how do we interact with Firebase to make sure this is all the methods are working fine. Okay, so after this, let's add sign up param. Okay, so I don't know if it's the right way, but I'm going to put this in the data layer. Okay, and a model, and then you're going to call this sign up param. Okay, so class. Okay, and then what we need email and need email and password. Okay, and then we need to generate constructor. Okay, that's it for now, and then we need to go to sign up, and then okay, we are done with this. Okay, so we are done with domain on the repository side. Okay, so this is the only method that we're going to implement. Okay, so let's go to use case and add all those use cases that we need, and then we will move to data layer and then implement all of those one by one, and then we are going to go lastly to the presentation layer and then connect each and one of them. Okay, so in order to speed up the video and so it doesn't need to be long. Okay, next step is to add those use cases. So I didn't want to spend making the video so long. Okay, we know how to define use cases. It's very simple because we have already defined all the grounds that we need to ensure that, okay, when we add adding use case. Okay, so we have all of this method here. Okay, that's the only thing we are supposed to do is to add the use case for each and one of them. Okay, for sign up email and password use case, okay, and then we go for sign in, and then we go for logout use case. Okay, the only thing here is just to be a future use case with param with future. Okay, here, then okay, then so there's also get current user use case. Okay, after defining all the use cases, the next step is to go to the data layer. Okay, and add an abstract class. Always they always be mostly the same. Okay, because these are just the implementation that are supposed to be done based on the interface. Okay, so you just copy the abstract class of method inside here, the repository, and then I just copy paste them here. Okay, and the same. Okay, they're the same, unless if you have another model to interact with external sources. Okay, and then here you just add out remote source implementation. You extend out remote source. Okay, so what we need to do, I've added all those necessary methods that are needed. What we need to do is to start to interact with Firebase. Okay, so when you are working with Firebase authentication, we need a package called Firebase Auth. Okay, so this is the one that you need to add it. Okay, and then after that, let's deal with the implementation. Okay, so the first step is to sign up. Okay, they didn't arrange it. I don't know why it's not supposed to be the last, but it's okay. Okay, so in sign up we need a sign up email password param, meaning we just need a email and password. Okay, so what we need to do, this is an async. Okay, we need to sync, and then we need to wrap it with try and catch. So okay, so before doing that we need to add that package. Okay, so Firebase Earth. I'm going to do this, and then Earth. Okay, and then it's complaining. We need to initialize. Just going to initialize it in the get it. Okay, so where is it? I just want to make it as okay, and then here we call dot. Okay, so we're going to use auth and then auth dot and access all the APIs that are necessary. Okay, so let's do this. Let's go to sign up an email and password, and then what we need to do is we need to await. Okay, so they have a lot of, okay, so we need to auth dot create, sorry, auth dot create user with email and password. Then here we're going to get from params dot email, then params dot password. Okay, okay, now this is the first step. So this is the API that you need if you want to sign up then a user. So create user with email and password. Okay, and we need to handle a couple of errors and all that stuffs, because there's scenario where there is password is not as the match is not the length of the password maybe is not in the required maybe minimum. Okay, so we need auth dot Firebase auth exception. Okay, so exception meaning simple, it's just like if there's something not going as expected, then they will throw it to us. Okay, sign in and password and email from code. I'm going to show you. Okay, so code. Okay, so this one is exceptions. I just added them in the data in the folder, the same feature folder. So these are a couple of exceptions that may occur. Okay, invalid email if the email is not valid. Email is not if the user has been disabled. If the email is already in the Firebase. If the operation is not allowed, weak password, all that. So these are the exceptions that Firebase may throw to us, and we need to handle them. Okay, so I'll just add them here. Okay, you can see, and then from there. Okay, now so here it will throw to us the exception, and then it will give it to us, and then this we're going to see how to show that to our user once they are doing sign up. Okay, here if just throw const sign up with email and password failure. Okay, so this is how we do for sign up email and password. It's just very simple. Okay, just very simple. The same thing goes to sign in with email and password. That's why I copied it. Here we're going to put a sync. Okay, and here is for login. Okay, sign in means going to be for login. So here there's exception for login. log in with email and password from code. Okay, and also here login with password and from code, and then let me show you here the same: user not found, wrong password, invalid email. Okay, so here is sign in with email and password. Okay, so as you can see, Firebase Auth has a lot of APIs that you can use. Okay, a lot of methods that you can use. Okay, this is how we're going to implement sign in and sign up. You just have to make sure you know the right method that it's needed. Okay, as you can see, our approach, we are going to do everything from the data to the domain layer, and then we're going to go to presentation and connect all those required functionalities to our UI. Okay, so let's go to get current user. Okay, and then we will finalize with logout. Okay, let's implement how do you get a current user. Okay, so Firebase, when you do some sort of sign up, they have Firebase Auth has a method that can help you to make sure you get the current user. So you can do whatever you want from that current user. Okay, so you can maybe after you do authentication, maybe you want to save that user. So after you create a user, you need to save maybe to Firestore. So in order for you for later on to add, because create user and email and password, they only save the email and password. Okay, so they don't have maybe other ways to make sure you have their last name, their username, their photo, and all those stuff. Okay, so you need to get the current authenticated user and then use that ID to add those kind of information to Firestore or real-time Firebase database. Okay, so that's how most of the people do. Okay, so you just handle the authentication, and then after that, give me the current user ID, and then save the other necessary information to the Firebase, to Firestore maybe. Okay, so you can see, you can also review some documentation to see how you're going to do that. Okay, we're not going to do that here, but that's how you are supposed to do if you want to save additional information of a user. Okay, so from get current user, I want to add something here. I want to add an extension. I will explain it to you. Okay, so extension on auth dot user. Okay, so user get to user. Okay, return user ID. You have this UID, email, you have also name, display name. Okay, your photo URL, but it's okay, we didn't define them here. Okay, you're going to deal with only the email. Okay, so this is from this user model that we've defined. Okay, so we just need the email and ID and email. Okay, so this UID they give you, okay, for Firebase, and then you can use that to do some sort of adding that user and differentiate different users when they are signing on your application. Okay, so here what we need to do, why did I create this extension? Because I want to, once I get the user, okay, I want to assign the the user UID and to my model, to my object here, okay? Because then I will use that to show that kind of information to my UI. Okay, we're going to see that later on. Okay, so now what we need to do is to map. I don't want this. Let me do myself. Okay, so auth state change dot map. Okay, so Firebase user, and then and then we're going to, so we need to check if we have the user. Okay, so user, we need to check if Firebase user is, if it's null, meaning the user is not available on our application, then we're going to say user.empty. Okay, so this one, okay, so this is the one that we created, user.empty. Else give me that user, and then I'm going to convert and return for me the object that I need. So it's like filter out and just I just want this email and ID. Okay, and then after that return the user. Okay, that's it. Okay, so auth state change is just a listener, it's a stream by default, so it's going to check if the user is still signing, or if the user is not signing, meaning it's going to know, and then it's going to change this. So you may use this for more authentication and more security. So this is a stream, so once the user is not available on the system, you may log out, or you may do anything that for security reason. Okay, so this checks if the user is available. If it's not, user.empty, otherwise just give me the user. Okay, so this is how we're going to use to get a current user and all those information for now, because we're just going to need an email and the ID. Okay, so this is where you can deal with that to add more information to your Firestore of a user. Okay, now the last step is sign up. Sign up is pretty simple. Okay, that's thanks to the Firebase Auth. Okay, they have that for you. Okay, so we're going to say await auth.signout. Oh my god, it's the same. Oh no. Sync. Okay, even though we had the same. Okay, so with this we're already done. Okay, with all the necessary. We've interact with Firebase. Make sure you add that Firebase to package, and then so you can have all this APIs that are available. Sign in with email, then you go on Firebase or exception. So this is in a simple way. But also you can do some more complex stuff. You can also get the current user ID, and then you can add its document to Firestore, and then so you can have other information that you may need to store them on the database of the Firebase on Firestore. Okay, so we're done. We need to do a couple of things. We need to go to so we need to go to repository of inside data layer. Okay, and then we're going to call it auth repository implementation.dat. Okay, so here just call class auth repository implementation, extend health repository abstract class is going to complain. Okay, so we'll add this, all of those, and then we're going to do the dependency injection for this part, and then once we're done with the block also, we're going to add the dependency injection, the same flow, so you have to remember that. Okay, and then we're going to deal with the UI. Now let's add, we need to auth repository implementation depend on auth remote source. Okay, so we need to add that auth remote source, and then we need to add as required. Okay, and then so we go to each and one of these. Then auth remote source dot, this is for get current user. Okay, and then for sign in email, this is for sign in email and password. Okay, so make sure of that. And then here, this is for auth remote source sign out. Okay, and then this is for auth remote source sign up. Okay, make sure they are the same. Don't want to make sign up, great. Okay, sign in. Okay, don't want to end up using. Okay, so we're done with data layer, we're done with domain layer. Let's do a dependency injection for this, and then we'll go to the presentation layer and finalize everything. Okay, so what we need to do is to, first of all, is to go to auth here, and then we need to inject Firebase auth here. So we will call auth. Okay, Firebase auth. Yes, Firebase auth instance. Okay, then copy this, then just paste it. Then here is for the auth. Okay, and then for other, we're going to for the dependency injection in the authentication layer, we're going to have the same flow. So we just want to make this so a bit clean, because if we will add everything here for each feature, it's going to be a lot. Okay, so we don't want to do that, because it's going to have issues later on when we need to maintain it. That's why I separate all those, and the packages that are global, you can just add them here. So here you may use to add on the packages or all those stuffs, but the dependency injection for a certain feature, they can stay on their own folder. Okay, so what we need to go is, for here we need to also add di, and then we call auth injection that. Okay, so I want to go a bit speed. I'm going to copy this is from the previous tutorials. I think most of the things here I'm going to. Okay, so this is for the block. We're not there yet. Okay, here we're going to call auth injection container. Okay, and then for use case, let's do this. No, let's, okay, for now let's go for use case. We need to go to the Get current use case. Okay, this is for get current use case. Add the necessary files. Okay, okay, and then for this is auth repository. Okay, now let's go for logout use case. Okay, logout auth, it's auth repository. Then let's go to sign in email and password use case. Sign in. Yeah. This is for auth repository. Okay, and I think there's one. Okay, so copy. That is for sign up. Okay, okay, sign up. Okay, also for the auth repository, we need auth repository. That is from there, and then we need auth repository, and then here we need auth remote source, and for auth remote source we need to add auth remote source, and here we need to add auth remote source implementation. It needs an auth node. Okay, so we are done here for the injection for the domain and data layer. Just make sure you call this on the here. Okay, I'll wait. Okay, and then okay, so you see it's much more clean, and then we can play with the auth part whatever we want without making it so hard here to maintain and see what unnecessary changes. Okay, so we are done with a domain and data layer. Okay, so the next step we need to go to the presentation layer, and then we're going to see the same flow, how to interact with the use case, how to define our block, how to define our event, how to emit state, and all those stuff. Okay, so the next part is going to be full of UI layers and to connect and also add all those user experiences that are needed for sign in and sign up and all those, getting current user and logout. We're going to see how to do that. Okay, so let's move on to presentation layer and add all those necessary information that we need. Because we have already seen how to define our block, okay, using code generation, I didn't want to go through all that tools, so to speed up. Okay, so you have what I've done is just to see on our abstract class what a couple of things we need in order to implement all of those functionality in our block. So okay, so I've defined our status. Okay, so it has this couple of, and it's an enum. Okay, so initial when it's loading, when it's authenticated, and error, and also it's going to be string of error, meaning this I will use to get the error that has been thrown by Firebase auth. Okay, and also there's user. This is a user entity, not the user of Firebase, so you have to make sure that. And show login, I'm going to explain to you why we need this. Okay, and then just make it make an initial state, so when block start it has an initial state and we don't have anything caused by nullability or all that. And on event, the same, there is sign in event, sign up, and also request current user based on this, get current user, logout request based on this, sign out, and also to toggle login. Okay, so this is an event. After that, use that run builder to run this, and then they will generate, and also here put the initial. Okay, so there are a couple of things we need. As you know, in block we need all those use cases. Okay, so let's add them all, and then we will deal one by one. Okay, so we need final. Can I just not copy it? We need sign up email use case. Okay, then call sign up email use case. We need sign in, not here. We need sign in use case. Final sign in use case. Get current user. Are they? Get current user use case and logout use case. Okay, this is good. Then let's add them. This is sign in email use case. This is for get current user use case, and also this is for logout use case, and also you need to do, can you do the constructor? Okay, but I want you to use as a required, because, and also we use required. This is good for testing. You have to make sure this code is testable. So when you add a dependency on a certain class, you need to put a required, and then when you do mocking, so there are certain scenarios you just have to do no mocking. It becomes easier, okay, to test. Okay, so if we want to do this, we'll do that. Okay, so that's the same flow as we did to the previous feature. Okay, so on login toggle here, I'm going to show you, okay, why do I need that? Okay, and I'm going to come back to explain it. Okay, so okay, so copy with, and then status, then this is for show login. Sorry, show login. We have that state, then just tag it. Okay, so it's going to change once we click on it. It's going to go from true to false. Okay, here it's complaining there is no login toggle, I think, on the event. What did I call it? I think I didn't assign it. No. Okay, but I think I call logout request by mistake, but we will see. Okay, now so here it's just going to toggle from true to false. Okay, we're going to see why we need that. Well, let's go to sign up. Okay, on sign up we need to state dot, we need to emit status. We need to put it to auth status as loading. Okay, and then we need to try encourage to. Okay, so the first thing is to await, and then sign up. Sorry, and then sign up. Sign up email and password use case. Sign up email and password. How did I copy it? Sign up email and password. Okay, .co. Yeah, feature void. We need to pattern sync. We don't need params. We need params, yeah. Sorry, we need an event dot param. Okay, so we've made one mistake. I think on sign up we need sign up params. Oh, why did I forget this? Oh. We need sign up params. This is very important. Okay, and then here, oh, we need to build again here. Okay, let me go. Let me just finish, and then we need to build it. Okay, we need to pass those email and password, as you remember. Okay, so it was a silly mistake to forget about that. Okay, and then state copy with, and then status. Once everything is done, we need status of auth status dot authenticated, and also here there is okay, there is on catch meet state dot copy with, and then just put status of status dot error. Okay, and then here we need to on, because we throw that. So how do we catch the exception errors on sign up with email and password failure? Okay, catch, and then okay, emit state dot copy with. Okay, and then here we need state status. We're going to put as of status dot authenticated, and then error. Okay, we have some error. It's going to be e dot message. Okay, so here we're going to get all those exceptions that have Firebase thrown to us while we did while we're doing login. Sign up. Okay, so just copy this because it's similar on sign in, but also we need to run a build again. Future. I think okay, event.param here is going to be sign in. Sign in email and password use case. Here is going to be login and password failure. Everything's going to be the same. Okay, so let's run this. Okay, because we need those params. This one. Okay, these ones, and here we need to say params. Param, and then here, because it's the same email and password. Okay, now let's run this. Okay, so don't forget to build. We need to build the same command that run builder, and then we're going to have that event. Okay, so we're going to pass that name there. So let's go to the another one. It's not the last one. So this is going to be on request current use. Okay, so here this is a stream, as you know. It's a stream that listens to the if the user is available or it's not. Okay, so we need to emit and on each. Okay, so it needs a stream, then we pass the stream get current user. It expect a stream. Okay, and here Okay, this API, I mean, emit on it expects a stream. So if you need something to do with stream, then okay, user, and then here we're going to on data, meaning if you have those, we have the user, then you're going to say state dot copy with, and then we're going to pass that user to the user that is we have defined it on the state. Okay, and then we have also an error. Okay, on error it expect error, also stack trace. And then the same here, we need to emit date dot copy with, and then error. Okay, error, and then error dot to string. Okay, okay. I didn't return this. We need to return. Okay. Okay, so that's it. Okay, so emit on each, it will it expect a stream. Okay, and then we will pass that. Okay, so it has this APIs on data, on error, and stream. Okay, that's good. And the same for logout request. We don't need to use to emit loading or anything. Okay, so here we need await logout. What did I call it here? We need a sync, and then logout request, logout use case call. Okay, and then we need to emit state dot copy with, and then we have status. We're going to say auth status. Okay, auth status dot authenticated. Okay, and then we have on logout failure. Okay, did I add this? I don't remember. Oh yeah, logout failure, and we need to check if I throw it, otherwise we never catch an error. Okay, so state dot copy with and then okay, status auth status and dot authenticated, and then error. We're going to pass anything, something went wrong or anything. Okay, something went wrong. Okay, so I want to verify one thing here on data layer, and then on data source, and then on auth remote source implementation. If we throw, we didn't throw here, so and okay, so we didn't throw this exception, so it will never. Okay, so we verify that. We need to make sure we add it. Okay, so I need to okay, so here, okay, and then on logout failure, okay, no, let's catch, then just throw. Okay, so logout failure. Okay, you don't need this. Okay, so if anything happens, then they will throw that. Okay. Okay. Now we will need to go to dependency injection, and then let me go here. This is for where is our DI, and then we need to inject everything. Okay, so we need to inject everything from here. You need to inject all these use case from auth blocks, and then we can go to UI and then start to connect all of these things. Okay. Okay, so we are done with block. What we need to do before going to the UI, we need to add this dependency of that for block, so it will help in class creation, because as you know, block will never work because it depends on those use cases. Okay, so that's where get it comes to rescue us. Okay, so the same how we and it's explain. We need locator, and then place tab. We need locator, place tab. We need locator. Okay, that's it. Okay, so we have all of the necessary things that we need. Also, so this is good. So now let's go to the UI, and I will add some the code to start with, because I don't want to waste time on building buttons and form, and then we will deal with only connecting and managing the state. Okay, so let's continue to the UI part. Okay, I did want to code along with you with the UI, because this series is mainly focused on the functionality part and all of those how to implement those clean architecture side. Okay, pattern. Okay, so this is just a simple UI. We're going to see how to connect with our use cases and all of those heavy implementation we done in the previously. So we're going to see how to connect. It's similar to what we did in Firestore episode, where we just connect and then we send information and retrieve. Okay, so this is just simple UI. Here it's going to have a login, and once user clicks sign up, it's going to switch. So I've used this package. It's called animations. Okay, so this gives us all of this page translation switcher, and then you can switch between one page to another based on the state. And this is where so here, if the state is login, meaning if the show login is true, it's going to show login page, and if it's false, meaning if the user click sign up, it's going to show the sign up. If click sign up, it's going to show sign up page. So this is just simply just to avoid, you can in one place. Okay, so you can go with this, or you can use another way of just navigating to the specific page. Okay, so now let me explain a bit, so people can understand how it works. So we had a state first here on our state. It's a boolean show login, and we put it to true the initial state will be true. Okay, and then we have an event to toggle login, and then we have this which implement the, so it's going to toggle based on, so it's, if it's show login, it's going to toggle to, so here copy state, show, if it's show login, if it's true, it's going to be false. Once the users click under the text span, it toggles login. So it just switch whatever the state will be, it will switch to the opposite state. Okay, and that's what we did here. Okay, so that's it. That's it. Okay, so now let's connect our block, connect this sign up page with put create a sign up wrapper, and then you just put the page that needs access to block, like we did to the previous functions or features that we did here. Login wrapper, just wrap it with block, and then give access login page to block, so we can interact with it. Okay, it's just that. That's it. That's nothing much has changed on how we connect our block. But of course, I know other people, they add the block on main, but it has everything. Every approach has its advantage and its disadvantage. So you choose what's the best. I believe on my previous videos I show also on how to put to initialize the block on the main. Okay, so now let's start with sign up. Okay, and let's click here sign up, and then let's connect this with our Firebase auth. So we need to sign up. So how can we achieve that? You can tap on sign up. So sign up need email and password to create a user. So as we've seen on our remote source implementation in sign up, it needs email and password. Okay, so that's it. And then we use this event, we add this event, and then we'll pass the required parameters that it needs. So this will handle to connect with the use case, and okay, and implement that in the sign up. And here in the button, this was the button before wrapping our block consumer. You just need to wrap it with block consumer, and then you will check on the different state based on the implementation you've done on health block. Okay, so if state is loading, you will show progress indicator. If state is having some error, if the error is not an empty string, then you will need to show the error to the user. And if there's the state is authenticated, you need to say show something or notify the user. And then for our case, after notifying the user, and then we can navigate to users wrapper. That was the previous screen we've done. Okay, so let's test that. Okay, so here we can say email at, I want to check if those errors are working fine. Let's give this. No, I want to say email is not valid or badly formatted. So errors are working fine. That's good. And email test at test email at test at Gmail. I think I forgot how to write an email. .com. Then let's do this. Oh my god. Please enter also strong password. Okay. Let me write the varied email here. And then the password. Let's see if password. Please enter strong password. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Sign up. What? Why? Better enter that. An account already exists for that email. Okay, so we need to do something here. I think I was using that email for testing. Maybe I need to reload and then oh, no. So delete this account. Okay. Okay, and then do some refresh. And then so we start again. So okay, I was just testing. I think I was testing to see if errors are popping up, and then okay. So now okay, we go to sign up, and then we put the email, put the password. Okay, 7, I think. Sign up. Logging successfully, and then we're going to make to see that here if we reload this. Okay, so that's just how to implement quick authentication for your users. So here you have this token, user ID. It means you can use this to do anything with that user. So you have token, I mean the UID you can use to create more complex object here. Okay, now so let's I did implement logout, so let's do this. In login it's the same, the only thing changes here is sign in. Okay, but everything the same, and also here it authenticated and all that, so the same. So let's try to log in and see if we put an error exception occurred. I think I need to figure, I will update this code. Okay, so let's give the one. I even forgot what did I put the password. I did it right. Okay. Yeah, I forgot my own password. 7. Login successful. Okay, so there are 7. Okay, here no data because we use the test mode. I think after 30 days they will delete those data. Okay, so that's it. So now let's see how to get the current logged in user and the information of that user, and also logout. Now let's see how to get those information of the user that has been authenticated by Firebase Auth. Okay, so what do we need to add the password? Okay, and then hit login. Login successfully. No data found, of course, because of we are using test mode, so they delete it. So this is the information of the user, the email, and also there's a logout password here. Okay, and once a user clicks logout password, it has to be logged out, and we have already implement that method, and also we have implement also the getting the Firebase, getting the user. Okay, we using Firebase, so we have seen that in the when we did implement it, we did data layer. Okay, so this is simple. We need to go, let me show you. Okay, so let's find all users. I think all users wrapper here. Here it has, we have a drawer, okay, and we need to draw, and then on also on this icon here of this icon, this menu outline, it opened the drawer, okay. So the drawer is this one. We wrap it with a block so we can have access to block, and then when this drawer is mounted, okay, we will request to get the current user with on block, and block will handle for us for that. We handle that for us, and then we use context.select to only select the user state. We don't need other things from the state. So this is one of the methods that you can also use if you need only specific state. And then here we supply user dot email. That's why we see that the email. And then in logout, simple, we just fire the event of logout request, and then after user is logout, you can navigate to auth wrap. We do this manually, but there's package like Go Router. We can also handle this automatic. It means if the user logout, the state has to notify the router will log out the user. No need for you to write this navigator.push. Okay, so when you click, so here you see the email because of that. And then when you request user, okay, and then when you click logout, it will log out successfully. Okay, so that's it. It's just a simple way to get the information. Here you have user.email, but you have ID, so you can do whatever you want with those. Okay, so that's it. That's a simple way of sign up and sign in and getting current user and log out. Okay, so it is one of the services that they provide to help you with quick authentication. So there is no need of dealing with the servers and talking all that. Okay, and also Firebase Auth has a lot of things that you can use to verify and add much security for your application. Okay, so thank you. That's all.